Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Picard, Season 2, Episode 3 review, ASSimilation. I'm winging this one. I got no notes. My notes were just, that was dumb. That was stupid. Capitalism bad. Immigration. Oppression. Really boring, long, drawn-out scenes on an ugly ship. And an annoying as hell Borg queen. A smirky little smart-ass Borg queen. So it didn't take long. Remember when I said, hey, it seems like, maybe because they got the 12 Monkeys dude. Still can't remember his name. Sorry, you're just 12 Monkeys dude. And Mark Bernardin, the co-host with the shill, Kevin Smith, over on their podcast over there. I don't really have anything against that dude. He seems pretty cool. Except for maybe supporting BLM, but, I think he's probably regretting that decision right now. So I said they were trying. It looks like they were trying to get better. Let's bring up the chat. No. I remember, Red Letter Media did a review. It's very good on season 1. And they were saying, similar stuff. They definitely called that the other Borg queen that shows up whose face is covered is Picard's mom. And I completely believe them. They get full credit for that. I didn't even think about it, but it's the same voice. It's everything. But we both said that, hey, it looks like they're at least making an effort. It doesn't mean it's good. It just means it wasn't as bad as season 1. But season 1 is bad. Something I fully intend. It sucks that it's taken so long to do a review because of season 1. And the problem I'm having is it's so bad that the one thing I want to try to do different than other people's reviews is point out every single bad thing in it. And there's so much that it would take me 20 minutes to 30 minutes per episode to describe that to you. And I don't, it's going to be really long. It's just going to be really effing long when it comes out. And now I got to do 2. Now I got to do 2. It's all right. It's all right. It's I don't know. It's part of the healing process. It's cathartic. But this is certainly Picard returning back to season 1 form. All right. First, let's see who's here. Let's see what night owls or Australians. I was just speaking to an Australian, a very nice Australian named Fringy. And Mahler on Discord. Just having a nice little chat with my friends. They're really nice guys. So let's see who's here. We got Chris G. We got Judicon. We got Darth Vader is in that. Well, I'm R.I.P. Elnor Bozo. You won't be missed. No, you won't. Yeah, they got rid of him. And quite frankly, he's not the most annoying thing in it. He is one of them, but not the most annoying thing. The Cosmic Gateway, yeah. Rock the hell, 666. Late and gay. Jazz Tech. Rex Kramer. Descent. Butch Cassidy. Max Fisher. M. Perlati, sorry. Sean Awesome, 77. Ryan Bailey. Child of the Flower. Username unknown, Honkler, na is the name, Rocker Boy Rage, Patra, I can't read that. I'm just going to say hi. And then Tooth Grinder and Chris G. What's up, Nihilist Shadow? Thank you for being here with your wrench. We still got to wrench some of the people from Nerdrotic. Good morning, Neil. Good morning. Hello. Live long and prosper, my friend. Okay. So they have to go back in time to 2024 due to COVID and budgetary issues. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's not. That's the real reason they had to shoot in 2024. In the show, they have to find the Watcher. Now, The Watcher is not the Witness, if you're familiar with 12 Monkeys, because they had the Witness in 12 Monkeys. Now they have the Watcher in Petard. The reason they have to go back in time, well, we don't really effing know. We started out on Chateau Picard, the site where Picard's brother, wife, and nephew died horribly in a fire. And Jabon, his houseboy, died. And he was there, and he's got kind of hot Laris wanting to get down with a 97-year-old Picard. Picard is having flashbacks about his mom, possibly an abusive father at age 97. He wants to find love. He talks to Guinan. They talk about girls. Then he gives a speech at the Academy, which was probably like the only like semi-Star Trek thing that's happened in Kurtzman Trek like ever. Then Elnor, who was not Elrond, the elf, was going to go on the Excelsior. I think the Excelsior. They don't mention the Enterprise. They just don't. Wonder why. I mean, they showed it in the beginning of Picard season 1, but you could tell they're avoiding mentioning it. And that's so weird. It's like one of your biggest characters in Star Trek, and you're like avoiding it. Oh, just like you're avoiding Geordi, and you have to avoid Data. They should have avoided it in the first season, because remember when Picard was in love with Data, the Data who he was so much in love with, whom he didn't mention. Remember the girl who was the key to everything, Soji? Not even in the show anymore. She's been booted. She's gone. She might pop up later, but she is not in we're 3 episodes in. No girl who is the key to everything. Elnor, dead. That's right. He's dead, but we'll get to there. So they need people to watch this show because they knew the first one was bad, so they tried to separate themselves from it the first 30 minutes of the first episode, and they brought Q back. Second episode, they're in an authoritarian, fascist, xenophobic nightmare, and they want that's called the Confederation. So it's not Mirror Trek, it's the Confederation. So it's supposed to be Mirror Trek, but worse. So they're there briefly. They ended the episode on a cliffhanger. They're about to jump in time after getting the Borg Queen. The Borg Queen was going to get executed by General Picard, but it's not General Picard because somehow before the Borg ship that in the first episode that gave a distress signal saying they wanted to talk, and if anybody was paying attention, they thought the Borg was assimilating the entire fleet, but it wasn't. It was just stunning people. It wanted to talk. Then Picard hits the self-destruct, and he sounds like this. Auto self-destruct sequence, Picard. 1. That's exactly how it sounds in the show. And the Borg Queen says, look up, it blows up, Q comes in, all this stuff happens. So now they not only had to go to a mirror type of universe, they now have to go in the past. So it's mirror, it's First Contact, and it's Voyage Home. And I'm sure I'm missing like 20 more things. So they have the Borg Queen, they have Elnor, they have Raffi, they have the drummer from Scott Pilgrim, they've got 6 of 9. They got Rios. And they got Picard. So the magistrate who catches them at the end of last episode, this is where the cliffhanger is, shoots Elnor. And then Raffi and Seven take out the magistrate and 2 security guards with a couple of just... like the guns are pointing in their face and they just like grab the gun and give them the elbow and knock them out and then just kill them. I think Rios helped a little bit. Then it takes them forever to travel in time. So they're trying to save Elnor, hurry up. We're losing power. We've got our USB 3.0 in the back of the Borg Queen, who isn't quite sassy at this point because she's a little mixed up because she's out of time. So they finally travel in time. It takes just forever to do it. Elnor dies. Okay, they're like pushing it, like, is he going to live? Is he going to die? No, he just dies. They put him in a body bag. They put him in a drawer, and we're right back to shaming Picard. We got apologetic pussy cuck Picard sitting down there getting chewed out by Raffi for Q. She blames him for Q. You've been messing around with this Q guy for decades, and what have you done about it? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do anything about the omnipotent being, Raffi. So she gets all mad at Picard, and he just goes, it was Q who was doing it, not me. And she gets mad at him. And then 7 of 9 is trying to console her, but they can't, and I don't care. And I'm just like, oh my God, just get this thing going. So they need to wake up the Borg Queen so they can get the ship going again and figure out where the witness is. And they're in... when they arrive at Earth, all of a sudden the power just goes out for no reason, and they crash because Kurtzman Trek just loves to crash fucking ships. Now, it's no problem with this ugly-ass ship. So it crashed, but it's still in one piece. They ended up going to Los Angeles, Los Angeles of 2 years from now, in 2024. The Star Trek franchise should be completely dead at this point. It's dead now. It's dead now. And yes, the big news from Star Trek today was Stacey Abrams showing up as the president of Earth in Star Trek Discovery. You know, the isolationist Earth that wasn't part of the Federation anymore, that shot at the Discovery when it came up to it. Stacey Abrams, president. I made a mistake. I thought she was playing the planet Vulcan, but she was just president. I'm sorry, Nevar. It's called Nevar. So they take forever to figure out like how to talk to the Borg Queen, and Allison Pill, the drummer from Scott Pilgrim, decides, I'm going to link into her brain and I'm going to find stuff. I'm going to link into her brain to wake her up because she's talking. And they like, this scene takes forever. Picard's like, don't do it. You can't. Of course I can't because I'm locutus. She would just assimilate me immediately. It would take a little time with you. I don't remember it taking time to assimilate people. I remember the Borg rocking up going, no. The little thing comes out of their fucking finger and they go, and they're boom, assimilated. But apparently now it takes time. Okay. Didn't know. Things change, I guess, when we're talking about Kurtzman Trek. So drummer from Scott Pilgrim is trying to get into the Borg mind. In the meantime, we're going to have a little away mission with Raffi, 6 of 9, and Rios. And they're going to go down to 2024 Los Angeles. They can't interact with police. They can't go to the hospital. They can't get scanned by anything, or they'll be outed and there'll be a butterfly effect. Of course, the first thing they say is scanning Earth. Too much CO2 in the atmosphere, you know, environmentalism. It's like, oh shit, here we go. So they beam down, but the ship's having a hard time, so they beam down in 3 separate parts. They still have their comm links. 7 of 9 beams down on a grassy knoll right in front of a girl who sees her, who says, "Are you a superhero?" And she goes, "Don't tell anybody my secret." Whatever. Raffi beams directly down into, and this is where it's realism. She beams down into a homeless camp in Los Angeles. And remember, they filmed this fully believing the Orange Man would be president. So this is Orange Man's America. The problem is it's far more accurate because it's Biden's America. So it's, in a weird way, they're making the social commentary they never intended to make. So soon as she plants that, she beams down, she goes, Oh my God, look at all the homelessness and look at the haves and have-nots. And I've never imagined a society with so many contradictions didn't fall sooner. And I'm thinking, that's a social commentary on a show that costs millions, written by Marxist millionaire hacks, money paid to them by a billion-dollar corporation. And they're talking about waste? They're talking about waste. Why don't you be the change you want to be and cancel the fucking show? Because you could feed a small country with what you spend on this shit. I love it when billion-dollar corporations make capitalism references. It's like Canto Bite. Canto Bite me. So, after she makes her little social commentary, Raffi gets robbed by a white guy. That could happen. Sure. The gun's pointing right in her face. She just takes the gun and elbows the guy like he's no problem. Then 7 to 9 walks up and, hey, what you doing? Making friends already, I see. So yeah, they steal the guy's money, and then they leave. The homeless guy who did try to rob Raffi, they steal his money and leave. Rios, because he's a dude, you got to make him a clown. So they beam him in the air about a story up, and he's like, he falls a story, hits his head on a fire escape, and then plants on the sidewalk. He'd be dead. He'd be fucking dead. He just had a little bloody lip and dislocated hand. So a guy comes along, picks him up, and takes him to a private doctor, a private Hispanic doctor. He drops his comlink. Her son picks it up. He's a little dazed and confused. She helps him out. There's a lot of very nice Hispanic people there, and they talk. They get talk, and then they talk, and they talk some more and talk. And quite frankly, I just phased out of like what they were talking about, because it was supposed to be just like banter, and it just turned into a humming noise in my head because it's such shit and it's boring. But it was basically complaining about the system bad, and blah, 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 blah. But hey, she's in America. She's got her own practice, right? She's doing the good work. She's helping people who couldn't be helped. I mean, gratitude. You're able to do that, and you're doing a good thing. Be happy. You're doing a good thing. But no, they've got to complain while they're doing a good thing, meaning they're just doing the good thing so they can fucking bitch about it. And then, of course, there's the constant threat of La Imigra showing up in the, what I thought was a sanctuary city, Los Angeles. Last time I checked, sanctuary city. San Diego, sanctuary city. San Francisco, sanctuary city. San Jose, sanctuary city. But apparently, La Migra can just bust down the fucking door and walk in to an American citizen's business. Well, that's what happens. And that's what happens at the end. And they take Rios away to be deported. Because of course. Raffi and 7 of 9 have to get to a top of a building. They confront a security guard. There's more banter. They get to the top of the building. They're trying to scan for the witness. They saw him for a second near MacArthur Park, and then they didn't. And again, I need to tell people who make shit in Los Angeles, just because you guys live in Los Angeles and you're obsessed with Los Angeles, which for the most part is a complete shithole. Nobody else knows where MacArthur Park is, or the Interstate 8 or Interstate 5, and they all talk about it like everybody fucking knows it. Freaking narcissistic. Burbank's nice. Pasadena, nice. There's some nice places. Hermosa Beach, nice. LA, crap. So yeah, they figured that out. They see Rios's badge blinking, and it's the kid blinking, and he gets it back. Okay, so we end it with Picard. This is not how it ends. I'm kind of going out of order, but it doesn't matter. Picard and the drummer from Scott Pilgrim, she gets into the Borg Queen's head. She messes with her emotions a little bit, and it's an opportunity for the drummer from Scott Pilgrim to yell at Picard some more, call him a pretentious prick. You know, they're right back to the same shit they were doing to fucking Picard in the first season that everybody complained about. They're fucking morons. These are some of the dumbest fucking people in Hollywood working on Star Trek. It's Star Trek written by The View. That's what it is. So they, you know, and listen, quite frankly, Robot Petard is an idiot. He's a complete idiot. And he has, like, this is, it's a different character. I don't see any Picard from Star Trek The Next Generation in this show. They talk about Star Trek things and stuff, but the performances don't match. The vernacular doesn't match. By the way, the stunning and brave drummer from Scott Pilgrim was able to steal something out of the Borg Queen's head. The insecure Tilly of Picard was able to steal something out of the Borg Queen's head. Although she'd never done anything like this before, she just could because she's amazing. And then she was able to, I guess with her mind, put it in a file called Shit I Stole from the Borg Queen. Oh, that's so randomly funny. Oh my God. Shit I Stole from the Borg Queen. This whole thing should be called Shit I Stole from Star Trek that I turned into shit. And the Borg Queen says, for one, she's like being all sassy. She's like, hey, Locutus, are we going to negotiate? Like, for one, they traveled in time on the word of the Borg Queen, on a quick word of the Borg Queen, and now he like doesn't want to negotiate. Like, they're at her mercy already, and she even says it. She's like, you're at my fucking mercy. Why are you negotiating with me? I want your ship. And he's like, I don't know. And they're just stringing it on to the next episode. It's mystery box bullshit. I have no fucking idea why Q reset the timeline and started another mirror universe that they only stayed into one episode. And then they had to travel in time to the past due to COVID and budgetary reasons. It makes no sense because it's Kurtzman Trek. It's, I got to stop trying. I will hurt myself. So in the shit that I stole from the Borg Queen file, they find out the witness's location, but there's also a time when something's going to happen in 2024 that causes the confederation, that leads to the confederation. Maybe it's an election. I don't know. And I don't care. But the Borg Queen said, you're in a very dangerous place, drummer from Scott Pilgrim. I'm impressed. And I'm just like, oh. And then the cringe starts happening. And it's like, I don't know if my face will go back. Ah! And then it ends. It just ended. I'm sure I missed some stuff, but I don't care. I don't care. So we'll go to you. So, yeah, this was trash. This was absolute trash. And I think, I'm pretty sure I called it, Red Letter Media called. I think everybody called it, like, once they get into the past, this is going to be trash. They're going to start going full on woke. Fucking 2019. Fucking marginalized people. I'm fucking so sick of this shit. It's so tired. It's so old. And that's why nobody watches this show. It doesn't trend. Nobody really talks about it. I mean, the return of Picard should have been a huge deal. And it wasn't even a hit TV show. It's not even a hit TV show. It's not even the most watched TV show on their streaming service. It's not even close. Yet they still make this shit. That's one. There's maybe someday we'll find out. Maybe someday one of the 27 producers who works on the show will spill on like what's behind all of this. Did Netflix fund it? Did they got a sugar daddy? Is this just all from investors and they just need content for their streaming service that's probably not even close to pulling in a profit right now? And it's all a big shell game. It's all a big giant fucking shell game. Kind of like announcing Star Trek 4 before and announcing cast members before you even talk to their agents. Kind of like, shit, that sounds, it doesn't pass the smell test. It sounds like fraud almost, doesn't it? I mean, it's intellectual fraud. That's what it is. It's intellectual theft. It's intellectual desecration of something that we used to love. And it can't come back from this. Like, that's the thing is like the fans who were the most concerned were fans who loved Trek all their lives and are like, I'd like to see a good Trek in the future, but you are ruining that. Because this is the last Trek people are going to remember. And when it finally gets the plug pulled on it, when Paramount Plus gets gobbled up by another giant billion-dollar corporation who will probably just produce more shit, that they'll look back on it and go, yeah, this wasn't that well received. We've never heard any numbers. Not once. Not for one single episode have we heard any numbers. Not even for the return of Picard. Picard data showing up for the first time in years. You think we would have heard numbers. No. And I don't mean from Parrot Analytics or anybody else. I meant from, they were called CBS All Ass at the time. I'm sorry, All Access. I think they've changed names 3 times. CBS All Access, CBS Viacom, whatever the fuck. Now it's Paramount Plus. By the way, I am blocked by the entire franchise on Twitter. That's right. That's right. I showed you last week. I am blocked by Star Trek on Paramount Plus. So is Robert Meyer Burnett. So is Red Letter Media. And if you made good Star Trek, I think it would be something they'd want to try. It's like, maybe we should talk to, like, Robert Meyer Burnett works in the industry. Talk to the dude. Reach out and talk to the dude. Red Letter Media, pretty big fans. Talk to him, No, we'll just block him on Twitter. Okay, that's fine. Blocking me on Twitter, hey, there's a part of me that understands it. It does. I am calling the show Petard. I am. They did give us our first space vagina in Star Trek Discovery. But even space.com, go read their review of season 4. It's funny. Space.com used to like gush over Star Trek. And now they're like, another disappointing finale. Like, people are starting to figure it out. STD sucks. I mean, any show called STD and their big plot point for one of the seasons was the burn. Whoever's writing our reality has a very dark sense of humor. I'm just saying that. Whoever's coding our reality. All right, let's get to you. Get to you. Where am I? Oh, yeah. It's late. Friday Night Tights tomorrow. If you're all, if any of you are fans of that show, done in conjunction with Geeks and Gamers, we will not have Ryan and Jeremy. They are currently in Las Vegas, paying their final respects to the late, great John Bartolo, gone too soon. May he rest in peace. So we're going to have Mahler come in, Eric July, and our special guest is Brittany Fenty. There we go. Thanks for waiting, folks. Sorry about this. Should have had this ready. Quarter Black Garrett, great job on the thumbnail. Done at my request. And we might, Quarter Black might not be there tomorrow either because Mama is due. Mama is due. And we're going to get a 1/8 or 1/16 black baby. So, Kirk and Spock did it better in Star Trek for the voyage home. Says, Ederific USN vet for $10. Thank you. Yes, they did. And I almost want to watch that movie as a palate cleanser if I wasn't about to go to sleep after this. You are right. They did. Everybody did it better. Like even the odd Star Trek movies, which I like, by the way. I even like the bad Next Generation movies. Like Insurrection is it's like an episode. It's just like an episode, like an average episode. I'm fine with it. Man, it's getting hot in here. Turn on the fan. Horny Alf for $4.99. I just watched Picard episode 3, and I have to say, ugh, the show is not Picard from my childhood. No, it is not. This is again the tired, apologetic, subversion Picard. Wait, this isn't Elden Ring? Sorry, Trucker Rob. It's not Elden Ring. It's not. Sorry. Thank you for the $2, though. Sorry to disappoint you. Buford T. Justice for $40. So, Gary, you don't need to worry anymore. Stacey Abrams is now the president of the Earth. All of our problems are solved. Star Gangs! Thank you, Buford. God bless you. Yeah. I mean, that woman has her own gravity. Ego Sum for $1.99. Sure, the Watcher is Guinan. It might be. It's probably going to be another cast member. But again, they're guilty of they've got the Borg Queen. They've got Q, who haven't acknowledged each other. And there's two different Borg Queens. So there's two different Borg Queens, a mirror universe going into they're doing too much, of course. And the thing is, the reason they do too much is because they're not talented. They can't just do a Star Trek story. It's got to be saving the universe, going back in time, taking on the Borg Queen. Get in some Q. Dumb. Yes, Captain Kirk is coming back in Strange New Worlds. We all knew this was going to happen. The guy doesn't look anything like Captain Kirk. Plus, he's freaking 40 years old. Dave Dahl for $4.99. Hard to believe I have been sober for 30 years yesterday. Oh, that's fucking fab. 3 decades. Hey, it's good to celebrate sobriety on what was a St. Patty's Day 45 minutes ago. Congratulations. That is epic, man. Please pass on your story to many others, which I'm sure you've done. You probably have a lot to teach people. And the episode made me look at the bottle of rubbing alcohol as a painkiller. No, don't do it. Not for petard. No. You made it through a pandemic. You're good. You got this. This is just a dumb fucking show. And don't worry, because the guy right below you, he'll drink for all of us. I Love Scotch for $1. Thank you very much. I Love Scotch. Michael Ermish for €5 says 6:15 a.m. in Germany, and I am commuting to work. The review of this shite made my day already. Oh, that's good. Have a good day at work. Thank you, good sir. Live long and prosper. Live long and prosper. Drive safe in Germany. Are you on the Autobahn? All I know about driving in Germany is from oh my God, I'm blanking on the name of the show now. This sucks. Well, I'm tired and old. Why am I blanking on the freaking name? Top Gear. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I only watched I don't know, almost every episode, but then things escape your brain. It happens when you're old. Plus, don't do drugs, kids. JS Pena for $1.99. Ass angry video game nerd. I did put ass in the title. I don't know if YouTube's going to like it or not. I mean, I spelled the word correctly. I don't know. You're going to focus on a couple of letters. That's all. We'll see. It's the live channel. I can get away with this shit. I can get away with it over here. Let me go over here. Thank you very much for the super chats, guys. Super Troopers. I love that fucking movie. They don't make, Joe Rogan was just talking about this. They don't make good comedies anymore. They just don't. Maybe there's one I've missed, but we've been in a drought because Hollywood has no sense of humor. Laslud for $10 on the donation side said, "You saved me time for not having to so I don't have to watch Picard in any season. These people will either wake up and stop or be run over by the train of reality eventually. Thanks for all you do." Yes, thank you. I think it's more the woke train is a trend. Hollywood is where trends go to die, but they tend to burn them out. Now, I've already made the argument that this trend should have died already, but it got new life when everything stopped for 2 years, basically. But thank you. Summit Ranger says, random question. When you had your shop, hang on, I got to stop that. When you had your shop, did you see a lot of people buy omnibuses, or was it a rare thing? Lastly, starting to make me want to watch Star Trek firsthand and just see the crap show firsthand. LOL. I would see old Star Trek. See that firsthand. See Star Trek. This isn't Star Trek. This is shit. But thank you, Summit Ranger. As far as omnibus, yeah, I carried them. But they were like $100 a pop. So they would sell once a week. I mean, they didn't stay in stock very long, but I never took the risk of putting a bunch on the shelf because they were $100. So that means I was paying $50, and they were heavy. So they had their own boxes too. Ederific USN vet for $10. You fit a Borg tactical cube in between them teeth. You can fit a Borg tactical cube in between them teeth. That's right. Okay, let's go. And yes, RIP JB. Rest in peace, brother. I did a nice live stream for him last night. His friends, yeah, Jeremy and Ryan are in Vegas right now. It's not festive. I'm sure they'll manage to have a good time still. Tobias Gregory for 10 Australian dollars. Good to see you're getting settled in, mate. Hope this helps a little bit. I just watched the finale of The Expanse. Your thoughts in brief. Cheers, mate. Disappointing. They don't tell you where the proto-molecule comes from. And they beat Marcos. Great. And then they talk about, the bigger thing that you were way more interested in, kind of like Game of Thrones. We're not going to get to it. Now, I don't think it's fair to tell the fans that there might be movies, or there's not. If Amazon cancels you, who else is going to pick you up? When the biggest, richest company in the world cancels you, who is going to pick you up? Nobody. The answer is nobody. But it was sad. It started out great. It started out, it was one of the best series on television. And then it just succumbed to Cass Anvar getting canceled and the wokeness in Hollywood. It's a shame. It's a shame. Because I loved that show. But there is some good stuff out there. You know, I just watched the trailer for Better Call Saul, season 6. Looking forward to that. Reacher was pretty good. I'm watching old shit though. I'm like, my wife and I are watching Parasite. It's an anime. It's fucking cool as hell. I stayed up very late last night watching Star Blazers, the live action Star Blazers, which you can see for free on YouTube. It's dubbed, but you know, it's for free. I forgot how dark that ended, but I loved it. It was great. It's got a Steven Tyler song at the end. Got my girlfriend a Nerdrotic hoodie and a coffee cup. Aw, just sending a shout out for the OG. She keeps asking me how we can watch more live streams. LOL. Used to be Cool Hand Luke for $40. I think I'm back to live streaming more regularly. I'm almost set up. I'm like, this is not going to be my normal location. I'm actually moving this for tomorrow. Matthew Hammond for $4.99. Check out the YouTube channel Tarverish and the Car Tech series. It is what the U.S. Top Gear should have been. There are 6 seasons. Oh, I'll check it out. Yeah, the U.S. Top Gear was not good. I watch Grand Tour when it's on. That's what I don't even watch the new Top Gear now. So Picard bad. Very, 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 very bad. And it's thankfully it's short, so I'll be able to keep up with these. They'll probably be Thursday night late. Just the way things are going. I do believe in 12 days, Moon Knight drops on a Wednesday. So everything fucking drops on Tuesday and Wednesday now. That's great. I will not be reviewing Miss Marvel because I'm not 12 years old. I'm not a girl. And I probably won't be, I won't be reviewing Kenobi because fuck Star Wars. But there'll be other stuff. There'll be lots of other stuff, including Better Call Saul, which I'll probably review here. It's going to be a hell of a finale. I think. I hope. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you about Star Trek. I just wish, they had their chance to fire Kurtzman, and they should have fired him after season 1, after that dog shit that was season 1. But we all know what the guy did. The guy usurped Brian Fuller, fucked him over, and yeah, I do think Brian Fuller would have done a better job. No, I can't predict any alternate things. It might have still been woke, but it sounds like Brian Fuller was going to, for one, he's written on Star Trek before. Kurtzman used to get Sam Raimi's coffee. I don't know what he did. He was some assistant with Sam Raimi. The guy has no originality. They're using an aesthetic from Jar Jar's Star Trek that's old. It's just old and tired. Their ship designs suck. Their costume design sucks. The performances aren't very good because the writing is just utter trash. There's a scene where the Borg Queen and the drummer from Scott Pilgrim are fighting for their minds, and they go, mine, 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 mine. And I'm thinking about Finding Nemo. Mine, 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 mine. It's fucking ridiculous. So, Buford T. Justice. I just see Buford T. Justice back there. Gary, are you going to put the 8-foot Superman in your studio? I cannot. Buford T. Justice for $20. The studio's ceilings are only 8 foot, and the statue is 8'6". So it's in our game room, right? Where I have my Spider-Man game, my pinball, and that's our guest bedroom too. We got like a futon in there where people can sleep. So that's where it lives now. And yeah, my whole feng shui thing was shot to hell. So I got to think of something else. I'll figure it out. It's okay. It's a pretty cool statue. I got it like a year ago, kept it packed up, and me and Garrett put it together. But thanks for asking, buddy. Thanks for asking. We'll be back next week for another wonderful episode of Picard. Whatever efforts they tried to make to get better were just surface and just to lure people back in. It's right back to the same old show. And here's the fundamental misunderstanding with Star Trek that Kurtzman has, because he just doesn't have the talent to do it. Star Trek certainly made social commentary, but it did it in a very balanced way, in a balanced time. And it didn't offend anybody, and it didn't beat anybody over the fucking head. And it made people listen. And that's how your message gets through. You do it with kindness, compassion, empathy, and with the Star Trek aesthetic. It's not a tired aesthetic. It's an aesthetic that worked through multiple series. And I used to be critical of Rick Berman, and I have publicly apologized to him many times, saying, I am sorry. You were so much better than this, dude. You were so much better than this. And I'd love to have him back. Because it wasn't all the fucking explosions. No, it was the problem solving and the characters. I don't like any of these characters. And you took the characters I did like and make me not like them. I loved 7 of 9, and not just because of her tits. It helped, but it wasn't just because of her tits. I swear. And I liked Picard. Now I don't. And it's because of the way they're written. What is that flag in the background? Doesn't look like a Texas flag. Don't California my Texas. Dude, it's a Texas flag. The coconut for $5. Thank you. That is a Texas and an American flag, my friend. That is a Texas flag. It's just folded. And that is an American flag. All right, California, your Texas. Don't worry, I'm fortifying your Texas, brother. I am fortifying it. I ain't going to vote for no beta. The only Star Trek I like is Deep Space Nine after a recommendation from Razor Fist, says Matthew Hammond for $4.99. It's kind of the one that's held up the best, and I would argue even better than Next Generation. And it's good. Craig Rode Jr. for $10. JFC, did you catch the vaccine chip mentioned? I did. I'll talk about that in just a second. Why is the Borg Queen a writer clutch? I tried, man. I really tried. But after the Stacey Abrams Discovery cameo, I canceled Paramount Plus. Yeah, I wonder if Paramount Plus, I wonder if they think in Hollywood that Republicans don't exist, or worse yet, we're going to roll out Stacey Abrams and we're going to change their minds. You mean the woman who posed in front of a bunch of children without her mask on, but made the children wear her mask? Rules for thee, not for me shit? Yeah. Good reason to cancel your Paramount Plus. Good fucking reason. Keep that shit out of there. Keep it out. But if you don't think, it's a platform now. Kurtzman has come out and said it's a platform. So the thing we made famous, the thing we made valuable, they're going to use for influence because they're not influential. They don't have the talent to be influential or the personality or the charisma. So they need to use and attach themselves to other things and then just burn them out. They're like woke locusts. They're wokeists. The coconut for $2. Ah, thanks. Nice. Yes. Yes, that is a Texas flag. I bought one as soon as I got here. I was like, hell yeah. 200 Watt Studio, Sam Raimi and Kamala Khan teaches Doctor Strange about the multiverse. Yeah, dude, you're right. And it just makes me go, that cringe again. It makes me. Kamala Khan and Scarlet Witch teach Doctor Strange about the multiverse. Doctor Strange! Sorry, it's a different review. Thank you for the 200 Watt Studios for reminding me of that. Give me an aneurysm. Jerk. No, I'm just kidding. You're not a jerk. They're jerks. They're jerks. All right, I'm going to leave now. I got to go. I got to get some sleep before Friday Night Tights. Please tune in to Friday Night Tights. We're going to start a half an hour early tomorrow because the time hasn't changed in the UK, but it has changed here. Hasn't changed in the UK, but it has changed here. So 1 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Central time, 4 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. GMT. And that'll be the same for next week, too, until the Brits catch back up. And I think it goes to BST. It's really confusing. You should watch Stargate Atlantis. It was great from the beginning to the end, except for Jason Momoa. A great non-sci-fi show is Justified. I have seen Matthew Hammond. I have seen Justified, and it's coming back, by the way, which makes me worry a little bit. Justified was very, very good. Very good show. Liked it a lot. I wasn't talking to you. Mind your business, phone. Star Trek Picard is an awful rendition of what a true Star Trek is. A horrible written fan fiction, and not everyone in California is awful. Of course not. At Horrific USN vet, my mom still lives there. My sister still lives there. My friends still live there. I'm from there. You just got to get out. Or common sense needs to reign again. One of those two things. But I'm telling you, I just know it's not for everybody, but you come to a state with no state tax and everything's like cheaper, it's pretty great. It's great. It's great to know I'll be able to save money for my kids. So they can blow it on whatever they're going to blow it on. So thanks, guys. And I love when you give me suggestions. I really do. I'm open to them all the way. Never changes in Arizona. And Arizona and Hawaii are smart for doing that. You're right. Daylight savings time is dumb. And we actually voted it down in California, and they never enacted it because the power companies really liked to make that extra money. Yeah, things are so corrupt now. They really are. But good night, everyone. If you haven't, I released a video today on the main channel talking about Win's a Winner. It's not looking good. I got a video coming out on the whole Kamala Khan trailer, releasing a day after Disney made some very controversial statements concerning a Florida law. That one's a little salty. I'm sorry, but it's a little salty. I was a little fired up about that one. And yeah, when Lord of the Rings news hits, I will cover it. I think we're just waiting for a trailer, which should be coming out. One of the super fans let it slip that they're going to come back in 6 weeks. So we don't know if that's 6 weeks from the release of the trailer or 6 weeks from their reaction or 6 weeks. Who knows? But I imagine we'll get a trailer and we'll know a little more about the show. In the meantime, there's lots to cover. We've got a lot of movies coming out, a lot of shows coming out, and Hollywood, I promise you, will do something dumb in the next 24 hours. But we have plenty to talk about tomorrow, again, with Brittany Venti, our special guest, and special co-host sitting in for Jeremy and Ryan, Eric July and Mahler. It's quite a duo right there. I mean, we're going to miss Ryan's, chauvinism and racism and misogyny. I mean, we are. That's going to be a huge hole in the show. But, I'm sure Az can make up for it somehow. All right. So